I just got home from work. Let's change and let the dogs outside. First thing I do though is close my blinds because I don't need any of the neighbors seeing me with no pants. Side note, Dobie is like a teenager again, so he's regressing into this. All right, so today's my first day of school and we're gonna organize my stuff because I couldn't do it yesterday. But most importantly, let's make a cute drink. Honestly, I'm already so happy with my choice to buy these packets instead of the like cans. Big fan. Also, I'm in the process of potentially changing agencies that I work with, so that's been kind of a thing too. My heart-shaped ice cubes, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy with these. Perfect. So it's balsamity. I don't know how to say it, but it's that kind of rice. And then she said it has a bird in it, so it's some kind of poultry. And peas and black beans and something else, I think she said. I don't see it though, so I don't really know. I don't know what kind of bird this is, if I'm being honest, but I'm also like not super concerned about it. I'll eat pretty much any bird. Oh, does it have a bone? That's gonna be. Oh, I think it has a bone. Oh, well. Oh, it does have a bone. That's fine with me. But that just means I'm gonna pick the meat off of it. I think it's chicken. Oh, maybe it's not. It's kind of dark for being that, but it could be how she cooked it too. I don't know. I wanted to show you guys actually, so starting school, one thing that people don't know is books can be really cheap digital. So my school, I go to Utah State Online, and they were going to charge me $250 for like a bookcase or whatever it's called, where it's a digital book. I don't have to pay for it online, but I looked on Pearson Plus, and I'm renting both my books digitally for I think $9 a month. For the entirety of my semester. So just keep that in mind. Always look on like Amazon, Pearson Plus, Chegg has like an online one. Sometimes even Apple Books and Kindle have like the ability to do school books. So if you are enrolled automatically in some kind of like a book thing, I always suggest looking online first to see if you can find it cheaper in the same book somewhere else. We're actually taking a break because my dogs are being menaces. We're gonna fill up their little food ball so that they can entertain themselves while I'm doing my homework stuff. This thing is so fun, honestly. I got it from PetSmart, and you just lift the lid off. It takes some batteries, and then I can put about like 3/4 of a cup of food in here. I do suggest using it with the little bites because, I don't know, I just find it to be a little easier. So I do 3/4 a cup of food, and then I do a handful of treats as well, just so that way they're not like, what, just food? It does get stuck once in a while, but honestly, it's worth it to me. I do recommend closing all the doors if you're going to use this because it'll get stuck in random places. All right, so I did my introduction discussion boards and I looked over some of my other homework. I did 2 of my syllabus quizzes. So we're gonna call it a night on homework and we're gonna do some yoga. And I just wanna remind you guys that a lot of these people that show themselves working out look so cute. They got their matching sets. They're just little cuties, okay? I am not a little cutie when I'm working out. So prepare yourself. Here's the thing about routines. They're not about being perfect. They're about giving your day some structure so it doesn't feel like one long chaotic free-for-all, which I don't mind sometimes, but I've been trying to get better at it. So let me share my routine, what works for me, and maybe it'll spark some ideas for you. First up, I've been working on movement. For me, it's yoga or Pilates, as you see here. Graceful, but I'm not afraid to show how weak my core is because, babe, I can barely touch my toes. Then another thing that is really important to me is skincare and coffee. I don't talk to anybody until I've had my first sip of coffee. I barely am able to take my dogs outside at that point. I found that doing Pilates, especially because you're isolating such parts of your body that you don't typically think about, it allows me to simply think about those instead of the world around me and everything else going on in my brain. So as much as I am not the best at exercising, Pilates really has been so intriguing for me and something that I actually really enjoy doing. So finding things like that quiet your brain down and allow you to kind of recoup is what I suggest for some kind of plan for your day. I do that every night through skincare, and then I throw in a couple nights of Pilates because, let's be real, I'm not going to work out every single night. Another thing is to start small. Pick one thing, a quick walk, drinking a glass of water before your first coffee, build from there. It's about progress and not perfection. And hey, if your first attempt at a routine is just remembering to take the chicken out of the freezer or put deodorant on, that's valid too, babe. Just remember that routines don't just keep us grounded. They remind us that we're worth the time and effort, and it's not about having it all together. It's about taking small steps to make life feel a little bit more manageable every day. Even if you feel like they're not big enough steps or they're not making a difference, just the fact that you are putting in the time and effort to do so makes a big difference in your heart and your mind. If you found this helpful or at least mildly entertaining, give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Let me know in the comments what routine has been keeping you sane this year, even if it's just surviving Mondays. Please remember that life is a work in progress, and some days progress is just showing up, and some days is ordering Taco Bell from a delivery driver because you simply can't bring yourself to cook on the stove. Everybody's progress is different and everybody's 100% is different. Give yourself some grace, like I say all the time. It's super building and super important to do that. I'm so thankful that it's something I'm working on, and that's part of my life in progress diaries, is learning to give myself grace. And it's not easy when you're used to overworking and just being crazy. It's totally possible and you can do it. I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. And I'm excited to learn more about you and what your life in progress is like. Not only are we able to do this as a community, but I'm able to share this with you myself and partially share things that are pretty vulnerable for me. I would never put me working out on the internet before, but I think that there's something to say about being vulnerable to your audience that can make them actually want to be part of your audience as well. Now, while you're thinking about different ways to kind of organize your day and progress your life with little steps, here's my Pilates routine, and feel free to comment below your favorite thing that you're doing or something that you're already doing or recommend that has helped you in the comments below. I would love to see what you're doing and how you're doing it. hope you've had a good Thursday, and I hope that you enjoy this series. See you next week. Love ya.